Facebook, which is Gail Moffat, or Gail Moffat, Spiritualist Medium and Teacher. So do go and find me and see what I'm all about. Anyway, tonight we've got another show, and I want to just thank a lot of people for last week, because a lot of people very kindly shared and liked my video, and for that I promised people that I would pick somebody out and give a free reading. Now I've got somebody organised for next week, but I just couldn't help myself, so I've actually ended up giving three free readings. So if you can't get hold of me on this tonight, then why don't you look at sharing my video on your Facebook page, and then that way, and also put a message on my page. Make sure it's on my page to say that you've done it, and that way we can hopefully pick you out and give you a reading. So welcome everybody for tonight's show. Now we have there's a lot going on tonight. What I want to do is I want to do some private readings tonight. So I'm going to have 2 callers come in today. So do start calling, see if you can get on. Now the other thing, before we start, I quite like to have a conversation about spirit. Now, we often talk about the spirit world, and depending on what religion that you're brought up in, or where you've come from, there's different sort of ideas, but the basic principles are still there. There's either, a heaven or nirvana or something like that. There's a spirit world. There's a world beyond ours where the spirit live. And the spirit can come here and go back again. And, they're very versatile in sort of moving around and getting about. Now, what's so interesting, and we forget to think this, and we often talk about how we go to the spirit world when we pass over. What that really means and what that says is that ostensibly we are spirit. And so we have our body that keeps us here. This is the body that keeps us grounded on the earth plane. But our spirit is housed in this. So it keeps us here and keeps us in this life. And it's not until we reach that point of passing to the spirit world that our spirit is released. And the body is then surplus to requirements, because the body was just simply here to keep us on the earth plane, to keep us grounded, and to keep us connected to the place that we need to be in. For instance, if we want to travel anywhere, it's not so easy because we are grounded. We have to get on a bus or an aeroplane or a car or something of that nature. But if we are spirit, we don't have any, nothing is holding us back. We can move freely through the land. So, for instance, a spirit could come and talk to me here in England and then go straight over to Australia within a fraction of light, and be there and communicate with another medium over there. In other words, they don't have the hassles of geography that we have when we're here. So we will be taking some calls in a minute, and I can see that there is somebody holding, and but yes, so just before we go to our first call, now I just really wanted to explain how we are first and foremost spirit, and it's our spirit that is the important part of us. The spirit is something that, without the spirit, in a way, what are we? We're just, bones and flesh and blood, and just a physical being. And I know that for some of us, when we have loved ones that have gone to the spirit world, it can be incredibly sad. Incredibly sad that we do not have that connection with them anymore. But the spirit world are still, or people that we love are still able to connect to us, still able to move forward and be beside us and be involved in our lives. The only thing is that it's difficult for that communication to take place, because unless we are mediumistic, we can't sense or hear or feel things. So anyway, we have a caller waiting. So I think we're going to go to the calls now. Amanda in Ohio, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Amanda. How are you this evening?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. So how can I help you?
I don't know, I'm a little nervous. I've never had a reading done before. And we're kind of going through a little crisis, and I was told that I'm expecting, and then I was told that I may no longer be expecting, and I can't get any confirmation until tomorrow, and it's just been driving me insane for the last week.
So when you say you may no longer be expecting, do you mean you're pregnant at the moment and you're concerned about your pregnancy?
Yes.
Right. Well, this is an area that's very difficult to sort of publicly talk about, sort of issues of health in that way, because I'd hate to get something wrong for you. But what I can do is I do have a healing list, and I will put your name in my healing book, and that's not me saying I'm sensing anything untoward. That's just saying that, you know, that healing can be sent to you in a positive light for you. But what I will say as I move forward is I do feel that you've got some lovely people around you, that are very supportive and loving. Would you understand that?
Yes.
It's like you're incredibly lucky with the people that you've got around you, and I know that whatever happens in the results that you find out tomorrow, I know that whatever happens, you will be moving forward with an immense amount of support and love. And I think that a lot of people would bite off your right arm to have what you have, the love that you have in your life. It's quite incredible. What I'm being told by my guide is that you also, he's saying to me that you would make a wonderful mother, and there is motherhood there for you. So he's not commenting on this particular pregnancy, but he is saying to me that there is motherhood there for you, and you will be moving forward in your life with children, and I'm hearing the word children, so I know that this is going to be a plural rather than a singular child. I feel that I feel that you're going to have 2 or 3 children altogether, and I know that the one thing that strikes me about your family and your family moving forward is that it's just going to be a really loving, supportive family, and I think that you and your partner or husbands, you know, I feel that you will be make incredible parents, because I can see the attention and love going towards an extended family as you move forward. I think sort of long term, I think you're going to be all right. You're going to have a lovely family. But I can't comment on this pregnancy, because it's one of my areas that I feel that it would be unethical for me to comment at this stage. Does that make sense to you, Amanda?
Can I ask one more thing?
Yes, of course you may.
I lost my kid brother 4 years ago.
You lost your brother?
My kid brother, he passed away 5 or 6 years ago now. 4 or 5 years ago. And I just wanted to know that he made it to the other side and is doing good. I haven't had any like prophetic dreams or anything about him since he's passed. I haven't had anything. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I'm sensing about your brother is that he's an incredibly brave man. And that's the first thing that I'm getting about him. Incredibly brave and quite a strong person, strong in character as well. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And I feel that he would be somebody that would stand strong and tall for others.
Yeah.
Because I feel that he... was he in the military?
No.
Okay, because I feel that he's somebody that would be very strong and be quite protective of others, and that's where I got that sort of military feeling. But I know that he's very strong and protective. You know, he's somebody that was very genuine as well, and I know that. Yeah. It's got that very caring nature, and it's almost like he would want to help everybody that he comes across. And I feel that nobody would have had a bad word to say about him. There was always, you know, people. He was exceptionally well liked. Does that make sense to you? Yeah,
that's spot on with his character for sure.
Yeah, and. He's also saying to me that we had a good sibling relationship, and he's saying to me that but I feel like it's against all odds. It's almost like when you were growing up, there were problems around you. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
So it's almost like the two of you came together in a strong bond because life wasn't always easy around you when you were growing up. And he's remembering this and I think that this is where he's got that very strong protective instinct over you, because he knows that. I think it's like he wants to look after everyone. He's saying to me, that he said he has made it to the spirit world, and he made it very, very quickly, because I feel like his body goes across to the spirit world very, very quickly. Not body, spirit. His spirit goes across to the spirit world very, very quickly, and and I feel that he was met by two people as well that were over in the spirit world already. Now, there's somebody in the spirit world also that was drank quite a lot of alcohol around them. Would you understand that?
I didn't. What was that last part?
There's somebody else in the spirit world that drank quite a lot, had a lot of alcohol in their lives.
A lot of alcohol?
Yes. Yeah.
That's my daughter's dad. Probably he died. He passed away when my daughter was 6.
Yeah. Well, and so what I'm getting is that he was there. He's there with your brother, and so I'm just picking up him as well, which is nice. So it's just showing you that he's not on his own, and he's with somebody else. So I know that.
Wow.
It was shown to me the alcohol as a description.
Yep.
I feel that this man. Did you say it was his father? His father could be a little bit awkward and difficult in when he was here on the Earth plane, but it feels like he's settled down in the spirit world and a much better person since he's done away with the alcohol.
Wow, yeah, that's definitely my first husband.
Yeah, and I know that I'm being told that you know how sometimes when people drink, they can be sort of happy and cheerful, or they can be quite sort of perhaps aggressive or angry. You know, they have different ways of expressing themselves, and I feel that this gentleman wasn't particularly good in the way that he expressed himself when he was under the influence of alcohol. Would you understand? And I know that this caused a lot of difficulty in your family, and I feel that it's a lot of difficulty all round. And I get the feeling that he wants to come forward and apologise to more than one person and to you as well.
Wow.
Because he's saying that he made your life a misery.
Yeah.
And he's just so sorry for how he behaved and you know who he was and how and what he did and he says, I'll never be like that again. Never, never, never. He says, I've looked at myself and understand myself so much better now that I'm in the spirit world. He's dealing with a different sort of spirit.
Wow.
And he's just so apologetic. And he's saying to me that he regularly comes close to you and tries to look after you and protect you. And he's just sort of, it's like he's winking at you. He's making me wink. Would he be a bit of a winker?
It was.
He's winking. He's making me wink. Well, that's evidence in itself, isn't it? He's winking and he's just sort of saying to me, you know, I'll be there for you whenever you need me. Just give me a shout. That's a song, isn't it? I'll be there. Just call out my name. Or do you know that song?
I think so. I don't know.
I think it's it may be an English, sort of more of an English song, but you know, sometimes I get songs in my mediumship, and what happens is Spirit expect me to sing it. I don't think so, not tonight. But Amanda, that's fantastic. I hope you understand all what I've said.
I do, for sure. Thank you so much.
Well, now find me on Facebook, and if you like and share and put a comment on my Facebook page to say that you've done it, I'll be looking to pick somebody out for a free reading. So do that for me. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Now we have Kelly in Queensland in Australia. We do get around, don't we, here? Kelly, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. And so Queensland, whereabouts in Australia is that? Is that it's on the sort of south side, isn't it? South.
Yeah, it's south side. So we've got New South Wales down the bottom and we've got Queensland up the top.
Yeah. Yeah. And is there Sydney, is that right?
No, I'm not in Sydney. That's New South Wales. Sydney is in New South Wales. I'm on the Gold Coast.
On the Gold Coast? Oh, that sounds wonderful. Right, well,
apart from the hot weather we're having today, it's beautiful.
Oh, you got hot weather. What's the temperature?
I believe it's about 32 at the moment.
Oh, gosh. We all want to come and stay. It's 7 degrees here. Anyway.
No.
And that's during the day as well, so it's probably colder now. Anyway, we're eating into valuable time. Kelly, how can I help you?
I've been single for just nearly 2 years, and I'm just wondering, I have a 14-month-old daughter. I have other children. I have 6 children all up, and I'm wondering, when is a really nice man going to come into my life? Because in the past, I've always been with men who have been really abusive towards me.
Yeah, I'm picking that up. Especially the last one.
I don't want to... Pardon?
Especially the last one. Oh.
Yes.
And I think that there's a pattern that has been created here. Because would I be right if I go to your father? There's a similarity in the men that you've chosen and your father.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, sometimes we as daughters, we choose our father, and I know that, so I know that there's a pattern there, and this is about you breaking the cycle. This is about you, this time, which is quite phenomenal. This is a phenomenal time for you, because this time for you is about you coming into your own. It's like you're moving into a real strong womanhood. It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Strong womanhood.
It does. Yes.
What I know about you is that you're learning so much about being on your own. And although I know that it's you know, we all want that loving relationship, but I just know that there's a lot to be benefited from being on your own at the moment, because what's happened is you've had a lot of reflection about the past. You've been able to sort of look at yourself and look at, well, I won't be doing it that way, or I won't be doing it this way. So you're evolving and changing and preparing yourself for your next relationship that is actually going to break the cycle, because the cycle is coming to an end.
Yeah.
Now, but you're still in this little stage of learning about yourself, and I don't feel that you're going to be getting this new person coming into your life just yet. And the reason, but don't despair about that, because this is such valuable time that you're in. This is about you sort of finding yourself. This is about you knowing what you want and what you don't want. This is about you. Also, this is about you doing things with your children that you wouldn't perhaps do if you were in a relationship. It's just like it's like a man has been kept away from you because you need this valuable time with your children. And I think that one or two in particular need your support of quite a in-depth way. Would you understand that?
Yes. Yeah, I definitely understand that.
Yeah, and what my guide is saying to me, young Arthur, he's saying to me that he's saying don't despair, because you are doing what's right by others at the moment. In other words, your children. And once they once they've reached a point where they're more secure in themselves and feeling, better about themselves, I feel sure that you will be entering into a new relationship. You will be embarking on a new relationship, which will be, and I'm also being told this new relationship will be nothing like the past. Nothing like.
Good.
Because you've learnt your lesson. You've done that one. In fact, you've done it over and over again. You've done it. And you've also done it with your father. This is about a relationship where you are able to be yourself, where you're able to express yourself, where you put yourself first. Because for a lot of the time, you weren't able to put yourself first in previous relationships.
True.
And so it's always been about them, always about them. But this time it's going to be about you. And I also feel that I know you said you're on the Gold Coast, but I'm seeing a big stretch of beach, and you walking hand in hand with somebody along a beach, which is just really beautiful area, very wide, long beach that I'm seeing. And I know that, so I know you're going to be with somebody, but it's just, you've got a little jobs to do. You've got to get yourself sorted, you've got to get kids sorted, and then once all that's all hunky-dory and going well, you're going to be in that new relationship. But but the thing is, what I like about this, what really strikes me about this is you coming into your own, you being you, and you not taking any nonsense or any I wanted to swear, but I can't. I've got to be well behaved. But it's like you're not going to take any from anyone. And I think that you're learning to put. You're not learning. You're putting more emphasis into your children. It's all about your children at the moment. Your children and you finding yourself.